Hey guys, it's Corey from Redefining Strength, and today we're gonna do a little core-tastic burner. Everything's gonna be 30 seconds. We're gonna go through some different planks. We're gonna work those lower abs a little bit more, work those glutes, get everything, all right? 5 minutes, then we're done. All right, so we're gonna start with that extended plank. So basically you're gonna set up in that high plank position, you're gonna walk your feet back, okay? And then you're gonna walk your feet back in. You're shifting your weight back, so your hands go beyond your shoulders, and then you're walking your feet back in. Don't let your hips dip as you walk back, brace those abs. Okay, and you can only take 1 or 2 steps. You don't have to take a ton. Try not to run into anything. That's always good too, as I run into stuff. And if you need to modify, that's why I have the bench here. You can always go up to the bench, and then you can walk back from the bench with your hands up on the bench. And I'll show that one next round. Okay, so next, side plank with rotational twist. So you're gonna have your feet unstacked. If you wanna modify just slightly, as you rotate through, reaching underneath your armpit, rotating up. You can stack your feet to make it a little bit harder, but you're still rotating and twisting through that rib cage. Make sure your elbow doesn't shift way beyond your shoulder. If you need to modify, guys, you can always come off an incline, again, unstacking or stacking your feet as you really reach under, and then you reach up, okay? If you do modify off the incline, try and use the same side. But to show so you didn't have to stare at the back side. Keep that bottom hip up as you twist. Switching sides, good, reaching under, rotating open. Really think about pulling your shoulder blades towards your spine as you rotate open to support that shoulder. And keep that bottom hip up. Feel yourself twisting. Even flex your feet to create tension up your legs and protect the knee. If you don't have an appropriate incline, you can always go down to your bottom knee, but using that incline is a great way to learn how to engage all the way down to your feet. So legless. You're pulsing up, crossing one leg behind the other knee, pulling your toe up towards the ceiling. Not just rocking back or swinging your legs, but really trying to lift straight up towards that ceiling, even pushing your hands into the ground. Beginners, you might keep your knees bent and just do a little lift here, okay, instead of trying to reach the straight leg up. But create tension through your hands down in the ground. It's a small move. So don't try and make it bigger than it has to be or should be. Bridging up, marching. Drive your upper back and your upper arms into the ground. Keep your hips up, move slowly. Squeeze that butt and brace those abs. Don't let your hips sag. If this is too much, guys, you might just lift up onto the ball of your foot, keeping your hips up to squeeze your butt. If you feel your hamstrings compensating, that's a great way to modify. Squeeze those glutes. All right, so back to the beginning. If you need to use the incline, you're walking back in, walking back in. And as you feel ready, you can move down towards the ground. Again, making sure you're not gonna walk into anything is always good. You can take just a few steps back, lengthening, and then walk back in. If you even wanna have some more fun, you could always add sliders to slide back. And if you have wrist pain, go down to your forearms. It's a great way to modify. Good. So side plank position. Again, you can unstack your feet if you need to modify off the ground, or you can go up to an incline, putting your forearm up on the incline. Really reaching through, flexing through your feet, keeping the bottom hip up. Keep that elbow underneath your shoulder. You want to engage your back to support that shoulder so you're not straining. Good. And again, guys, off that incline is always an option. Either unstacking your feet or stacking your feet. Unstacking your feet makes it a little bit easier to support yourself. Takes a little pressure off your core, which can make it easier if you have lower back issues. Otherwise, off the ground if you can. Keeping that bottom hip up, flexing through your feet, even reminding yourself as you do these things to make sure you're tensing everything. All right, then those leg lifts. So again, little push up, little push up. Don't start to swing to make it bigger. It's a small movement. It's almost like you're changing a baby's diaper, right? You're lifting their butt up to slide that diaper under. I don't know why, this always reminds me of that. It's not like I changed that many diapers, but Maybe it's just because it makes it stick instead of trying to do a bigger movement. Beginners, you can always keep your knees bent. Good, and then the march. So again, you're engaging your upper body so that you're not pushing yourself backwards. You're preventing your hamstrings from compensating, squeezing the butt to keep the hips up. And again, if you're feeling your hamstrings, just do the heel lifts, okay, instead of the full march. Anytime we're taking on all of our body weight to one side, it does advance the movement, but we want to make sure we're still using the correct muscles. Keep that posterior pelvic tilt to protect that lower back. Don't just focus on lifting up higher. Good job, guys. Core-tastic little burner. Hope you had fun. Felt those abs, glutes, obliques all working.